Hey everybody, welcome back to This Old Trike. Today we're going to take a look at the results of the Kissimmee Mecum auction from 2024. So this was a couple weeks ago, and I think this will be our third time looking at auction results. And there's some cool. I clicked through this the other day, and there was enough that jumped out at me that I think it was worth taking a look at. So let me share it with you. We've done two other videos. We saw a horribly restored 350X go for, I think, $16,500 in one. Last time we did this, the results weren't quite as absurd as that one. But as we all have come to know, the Red Chain Bandit likes to take advantage of these auctions, likes to take advantage of the people at these auctions. But he's changed his ways a little bit, and he's changed his tactics. I don't know if it has anything to do with me in these videos, but it might. So stay tuned and let's take a look at what he's done. So let me get my screen recording going. And all right, I think we are live. So I've logged into the Mecum website here, and the three-wheelers and the four-wheelers and the things we want to look at are mixed in with the motorcycles. So we've got some really rare motorcycles here. $230,000. This one doesn't look like it's sold. I don't know if that's a reserve or what, but we're not going to talk about the motorcycles. That's not my sweet spot. We're going to talk about Honda three-wheelers and four-wheelers. So the first thing that shows up right here is this 89 TRX 250R four-wheeler, and it sold for $23,100, which is awesome. It's gorgeous. I am not as intimate with the four-wheelers as I am the three-wheelers, but look at how beautiful this machine is. I am noticing, the tubes hanging down here. I don't know if that's correct or not. Is it worth even mentioning anything about it? It's just visibly noticeable, but wow. Everything looks amazing. It almost looks too good to not have some level of restoration done on it. You're seeing some marks here on the sticker, so I mean, it's possible. Like that sticker's got a little wear evidence there, but this is just amazing. This is what you want if you're a collector and you want pristine units. Let this be the standard that we're going to judge other restorations against. I really don't have anything negative to say, except maybe those hoses were hanging a little low, but that might be how they were. I don't know. Wow. These were the rarest 250R four-wheeler. I would say the 88 is more desirable, just being the color scheme that it is. Best of show. Let's just see what it says. Anything? Concourse restoration. Last year the 250R, new old stock bodywork and decals. So, and decals. New old stock decals. New old stock seat. Original rebuilt Honda engine in running condition. Gorgeous. Beautiful. $23,000. A lot of money. But where are you going to find that? Those white fenders had a tendency to discolor and sun check. So, just amazing. How do I get back? Okay, like that. Whoa, why are we jumping around? Where did we just go? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, we went to a whole different auction. Didn't we? Didn't we just go to the wrong auction? Kissimmee. Okay, There's the four-wheeler. We're just looking at some mini bikes here. Nice CT70, $6,600. I am not a CT70 guru. 66 on that, 7150 on the Z50. Very cool. I appreciate those. I've had a couple. They're not my jam. CR500, 1987, sold for $93.50. That's pretty cool. Let's talk about this 85 200X. $6,050. Looks great. Correct fork boots. Pro Vector tires. Looks very clean. Looks correct. Original seat cover. The exhaust pipe is nice and black. Decal looks amazing. These decals had a tendency to kind of ripple up. So there's a chance that that might be a Blue Line Graphics reproduction. But if it is, it's the next best thing to original Honda. Beautiful unit. Look at that seat. Looks good. Look how clean and crisp the controls are. Just the nature of these pictures is they're done in a way showing off and highlighting the work. You know, whoever did this was proud of their work. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at, you got they're highlighting the mark in the chain here. This is what you want. Now, you know, it's got some evidence here of age. I'd say that adds to it. This could possibly be an unrestored unit. Just a survivor. Beautiful tires. Okay, what's it say? What's it say down here? Original OEM seat, OEM plastics, original OEM decals. Original, in running condition. Highly original, unrestored condition. Gorgeous. You know, compare the quality and appearance of this to the 250R we just looked at. That just shows how nice of a restoration that 250R was. This is going to take me where I want to go. Okay. So, $15,400 for this Christmas special Z50 RD. Crazy. Got a Rupp here, another CT70, another CT70, $10,000. I don't know why. Why is that one a $10,000 bike and this one's a $49.50? I think the $49.50 looks more appealing, but I don't know. What do we got here? Gold edition. I'm just curious. Gold limited edition. Highly original, unrestored. Extremely rare in the US. Gold limited edition. 1 of 5,000 produced for the Japanese market. So it's an import. That's neat. That's cool. Brown seat. I'm surprised it went that cheap if it's that rare. That's interesting. Got a couple more Z50s. 7,700 for this one. I had one that was like this. Wasn't as nice. Sold it a while ago. Didn't have enough wheels. 2000 Banshee, 9,900. Okay, now we got an 84 ATC 200X. Sold for $38.50. So I can tell that these are Meyer fenders. Look at the fitment here. If this is a Meyer, you know, it's probably safe to assume that this is a Meyer. This is presented as a, wasn't it a 84. So it should have a black seat, but it's got a blue seat, and you can see the way it's finished. It droops down. So we've got a recovered seat here. We've got a motor that, like, that should be aluminum colored. So there's been some degree of painting without taking mind of the nuts and bolts. It's got aftermarket black fork boots, original front tire, whole shot or whatever they are, rear tires. We got black foot peg bolts here, so there's been some funny business with this restoration. We've got a 6-pack cooler rack type deal on the back. DG pipe, so this thing's probably loud and obnoxious. It's the wrong year decal on the tank. Maybe they were trying to make it look like an 85. Swing arm is a little too silver. It's got a back off plate deleting the back parking brake. Does have a toolkit. You can see how this decal doesn't quite fit the Meyer fenders. Yeah, like, you know, your flywheel and your check bolt there should both be aluminum. All the hardware here is painted over. So this motor was probably pulled and just hung and blasted, which is fine. If you want to restore it that way and you don't care, and you actually you don't want to see the bolts, that's cool. But I think the people bringing stuff to auction are expecting to get auction money. Now, $38.50, would this sell for $38.50 if it were on Marketplace? I think it might sit. I could see $2,500 on a Marketplace platform, but $38.50 is high. $36.30 on that. Is that the original color? I don't know. I don't remember seeing any colors like that. Here we've got a little 7870, so it's got 84 style decals. It's got aluminum rims with hole shots on them. $38.50 is a lot. It's got 85 style fenders, so these are Meyer fenders, 85 style seat. So we got a mix and match here of styles. It's missing the clutch adjustment cover. It's very stock. There's the model sticker there. The paint seems off. Oops. Because this red doesn't match. Like, that red's a little too dark. I'm just kind of picking things apart. If you want a 70 and you don't really care about the fine details, that's fine. At least it's got the number plate, but it's got the wrong decals for what it's supposed to be. It is not the 78 style decals. $38.50. I wouldn't pay that. Would I ask that if I was selling it on Marketplace? No, I don't think I'd ever get that, but the auction is a funny place. All right, got a couple motorcycles. Here we got a pink one. What year is this? A 1980. Again, we've got 84 style decals. These are intended to go on a red tank because they got the red background, so this person didn't go the extra mile to get decals with a pink background. At least they got the clutch adjustment cover on it. There's a lot of just taking off, painting, and refreshing. They're probably pumping these out. It's got the black seat. No 70 came with a black seat with the letters, the numbers on it. But it's the same level restoration as the last one. But as an 80 should have an 80 style decal, at least in my opinion. $4,400. Whoever did this made a good chunk of change on that, I would say. What else do we have? We got another 8370, a little bit more of a custom. This one's got a different tank, Chinese motor, blacked out rims, $3,300. I know they get pricey to build, but I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't want to look at it. Got an 86 250R, TRX 250R. It's having an identity crisis here. It doesn't know whether it wants to be red or blue. It's got the gold rims, original front tires, and it looks like they are original. They're pretty worn. Slasher rear tires. I'm not even familiar with those. This looks like it could have been just out of somebody's barn, really. Cleaned up and thrown in there. Those are Meyer front fenders. Possibly could be original rears because Meyer's. Yeah, no, I'm seeing it right here. No, am I? I don't know. Show me more. So none of the 86, 87 TRXs had the headlight in the cowl like this. It was always on the handlebars. So it's not, I don't think he's trying to portray himself as a original machine. Oh yeah, there's the Meyer sticker on the rear. Aluminum grab bar. Nice rider quality machine. As everybody knows, 250Rs are commanding good money. $4,000 on this. It says the bid goes on, so apparently it didn't sell. Maybe they had a reserve for more than that. If it did sell for $4,000, that probably isn't a bad price, even with all the things going on with that. So that's kind of what you'd expect. Look at all these bikes. 32,000. Not interested. Okay, now let's talk about these. This is I find this very funny. So 86 ATC 250R. So Sun F tires. When I first laid eyes on these, I was like, this is the type of restoration we're used to seeing out of our buddy, the Red Chain Bandit. But look, there's no red chain. And the foot peg bolts aren't painted red. They are mismatched. You can tell this is a Meyer scoop. Meyer rear fenders. You know, Sun F tires all around. Well, no. What's on the front there? Ocelot. The cheapest decals we can get here. So I'm like, man, this totally looks like the Red Chain Bandit, but this isn't the garage of the Red Chain Bandit. And we got the wrong year tail light on it. I'm like, man, this is all the stuff the Red Chain Bandit does. You know, it's got the cheapest aftermarket handlebars we can get. You know, like if you're gonna do this, like get your handlebars from Mike Pomgren at Vintage Motorsports. Put the correct tires on it. You can get them Serwa tires, DNA restorations. Get some Bruce Allman Blue Line decals to put on it. Show some pride in your work. Like, look at this grab bar. Like, I don't know who's even selling these, but, you know, now Travis at DNA Restorations, you know, has Serwa tires, you know, reproduction grab bars. Like, let's actually try to do a good job on this. It's got no skid plate. At least we're buying black chains. So let me back up. So the Red Chain Bandit, I know who he is. I'm not going to blow up his spot. I'm not going to dox him here. But I highly suspected this was Red Chain Bandit work. And so I know what town and what state he's in. And I can see that this is a fence that's nearby a mini golf. So I Googled mini golf in that town and state. And found a mini golf in that town, in that state. And I start looking at pictures online, and I can see the Red Chain Bandit's garage in the background. So this is right next door to where he is. So he's taking different pictures. He doesn't want to be associated with his poor quality work, but he's just putting out bad quality work. I'm noticing this. Look at these fork boots. These are the cheap $19 Amazon fork boots that don't fit very well. And he's got no band clamps up here to hold these up. These should be up here just below the lower triple, but they're not there. You can still buy correct OEM fork boots. You can't get the band clamps though, unfortunately. But did he go to that extent? No, he doesn't care. He does not care. He just wants to make money. Did he get the correct brake hose for the front from Vintage Motorsports from Mike Palmgren? No, he doesn't care. He's all about cheap as possible. And let's not forget, this is not, from appearance, a correct 86 motor. It actually looks like an 88. Actually, look at this guard. This is an 85. I'll give him credit. It does have a front sprocket guard on it, but it's 85 style. So this is probably an 85 motor in an 86 frame. The swing arm does appear to be 86. The knob on the reservoir for the rear shock appears to be 86 because 85 was black. So these are things. Oh, but the top triple is aluminum, where it should be black if it's an 86. The headlight shell is Meyer, but it's 86. It's polished top triple. So, Tony, I will give you credit for not buying red chains anymore, not painting your foot peg bolts red, but you're still missing. I gotta believe you just don't care, and it's fine. But I'm gonna keep putting these videos out that show you don't even have the skid plate for the motor or the swing arm. It's comical. These are TRX rims on the rear. Just look at the bead, you can tell. Subpar. Don't care. Okay, what did it sell for? $71.50. Some poor guy overpaid for this for what it is. I've got multiple friends who have had the unfortunate experience of either owning one of these or working on one for somebody who got it home and realized they had bought a lemon. And so who knows the actual condition, running condition of this. Frame up, nut and bolt restoration, rebuilt motor, 6-speed, new plastics, new seat cover, frame sandblasted and powder coated, 3 new tires on OEM wheels, not the correct OEM wheels, sold on a bill of sale. So somebody overpaid on that. What view all lots? What are we doing? What's going on here? What have I done? Bear with me. Kissimmee. Okay. What's next? I think there was another 250R. Another 250R 85 in front of the same wooden fence. Look at the seat cover is all drawn down. Sun F tires. The same thing going on here with the fork boots. The same cheap brake cable. The same color combo for the motor. This one's got a skid plate at least down here. Does it have one on the rear? I don't see one. It's got the same taillight. It's a TRX style taillight. Same TRX rims. The newer Meyer fenders, Meyer shrouds, Meyer headlight bezel. Look at this grab bar. It's having an identity crisis. It doesn't know if it wants to be a grab bar or a sissy bar or something. 85 motor, but this is an 85 machine supposedly. Got the 85 style rear sprocket. No rear skid plate. We already talked about that. Like this blue hose on the tank. Like you can still buy those from Honda. Get a nice black one. That actually looks like an 86 style skid or swing arm based on the linkage or the lack of linkage. The motor looks clean, but I've seen people talk about his caliber of rebuild work and issues they've discovered, so cannot recommend buying anything from this seller. He's proven himself to be a hack. So $71.50 on that. Wasn't that the same price as the other one? $71.50, $71.50. That's interesting. All right, same wooden fence. What do we have here? 86 200X. Sun F tires. Who would have thought? These actually, no, they're not. I was going to say they look like original, but they're not, because original has an inset here for the kicker. So Meyer fenders. Lisa's got an aluminum OEM tank. Reproduction fork boots. I don't know what exhaust this is. What did it sell for? Remind me. $38.50. Okay. So we're not doing highway robbery here, but that's a lot of money. Look at the wrinkles in the seat. So it's very poor seat recovering job. What's going on here? Why is this disformed? Got the aluminum grab bar here. I don't know that they make those grab bars for these machines. I'd love to see how it mounts. At least it's got a rear skid plate. Everything's freshened up, but how good? To what extent? It's got the front skid plate. It's got an 86 250R headlight bezel because 86 200X headlight bezels are non-existent. I'd love to see what these machines start out as. I'd love to see how this mounts. It looks like it could be re-drilled to fit this machine. It doesn't have the caps in the end of the frame. This is a square tube frame, and OEM came with caps. Look how this mounts. He's just made some angle brackets to get the taillight to bolt on here. That's not correct. That's the wrong taillight style. That's the same thing he's putting on all the 250Rs too. Look at the routing of the brake hose coming out here at an angle. That should come up this way. Bless his heart. $38.50. It's too much for what it is. $6,600 on this 350X. 66 hundo. In front of the same fence, so we know who we're dealing with here. We got to come up with a new name. I think I just found the new name. No more Red Chain Bandit. We've got a No Chain Bandit. Where's the chain? Are you serious? So he didn't paint this, the viewing cap here, but the flywheel cap is black. It shouldn't be. At least it's got a sprocket cover, and that's correct for 85. We got a plastic tank with perforated decals. These are the cheap $19 Amazon fork boots, and he's got zip ties on it because they're actually a little too big to fit here. It's missing. It's missing the. Oh my gosh! Pardon me. It's missing the guide here for the hose. It's got no chain on it. It's got a DG pipe. Sun F tires. We talked about that. Ocelot in the front. Seat cover with a seam, Meyer fenders. At least he's getting, looks like he's buying these from Bruce. Is that a wrinkle? Looks like a wrinkle. Got the same ugly grab bar. It'd be one thing if proper reproductions weren't available. We got no bar ends here. We got OEM grips, but no bar ends because these bars probably don't have the threaded area. But if you went to Mike Pomgren's website and got his handlebars, you could make it look proper. Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't care. You can tell the motor has been repainted. He swapped out the hardware, but the shift lever, or the clutch actuator arm, is painted. So that's a tell. And the fins don't show the aluminum on the edge, so whatever saves time and money. Got the Amazon switch. You got the cheapest replacement clutch lever you can get, the cheapest front brake reservoir, your repainted motor. So you got a plastic tank. You're not going to have rust in that, right? On this stupid looking petcock here. Why do we got to put a fuel filter in line? Are we putting dirty gas in it? Like, what's going on? Like, why do we got to look at that fuel filter there? No. $6,600. Somebody overpaid. Go figure. We got here a Maverick. Never heard of that. We got a go-kart. We got a nice little 96 C50. We got a cool 78 70 that's got 82 style decals on it. 2200. The guy that probably restored it probably had more than that in it. 1650 on this one. Again, probably whoever restored it had more than that in it, or at least that. 3300 on this black one. I don't understand why. But this is cool. Another Z50 Christmas special, 10,450. I remember when these things were $3-4 grand back in like 2017 or so. Okay, let's compare. All right, this is a 500. But let's compare finishes to that 89 we looked at first. So he stuffed a motor in this. Wait, what was it? What did they go for? $6,050. So he's got the motor in there. He's got the customized fenders. How do you think this is going to work long term when that pipe starts heating up? The frame color is a little too dark. I don't know. This is all custom anyway. Still enough tires. At least this one has a chain. What is up with that motor? What year? Okay, so this is an air-cooled CR500 motor. It's not even a liquid. But hey, you can sell it as a CR500 or TRX 500. I don't know. I'm just disgusted. I don't want to talk about it. I do want to real quick. Did we get a pic of the back end of this one? I want to see it blatantly with no chain on it. Or do we conveniently not show? We conveniently not show that it doesn't have a chain. Maybe it had a chain at the auction. He probably had a red chain on it. He's like, I can't put it to auction with the red chain on it because he's going to blow up my spot. I'd rather have no chain than a red chain. 86 250R, 7150. Isn't that weird? Because the 86 ATC and the 85 ATC 250Rs were 7150. That is the correct front tires for this, so points there. Meyer fenders, seat cover with a seam, original rear. I think what's up with that front sprocket cover? I think the only motors that had the black bottom and aluminum jug were 88, 89. I think these motors were gray, like 86 style. It's the same thing that we're seeing. Gold chain, better than red. No skid plate. Same game he's been running all over town. Doesn't it look jacked up in the back? Look how high this is. What's going on there? Why is that so high? It's really high in the back. There was another one that was like that. Couple auctions ago. I mean, these are going for good money and it's clean, but I'd say that's too much. He's laughing all the way to the bank after this one. He did a CR 500, sold for 5,500. I don't know. I don't know what to think on those. Did we run our course? We've probably seen enough anyway. Look at this, 6,600. Obviously a different person has done this. Well, maybe not. It's got Sun F tires on the back. This looks like OEM tank shrouds, proper color motor, DG pipe, DG silencer, but painted black to not stick out. No skid plates. This could be Tony. The same cheap handlebars. Oh yeah. Oh, what's this? What color is that? What color is that? Any more tells? So this is a proper 86 motor. You can tell that's the front sprocket cover. It looks like it's got a correct tail light on it. It's got 80. No, take it back. That's 86 style. Oh yeah, look at this. Same fork boot situation. Red chain. I think we're dealing with Red Chain Bandit here. At least it's like the correct, oh, like he's got 8mm bolts through there. He's got his tells. It's probably the cheapest carrier you can get. Meyer fenders. I hate the brake hoses he puts on these. The red chain. I love it. Wait a second. What is this? So the engine has no serial number anymore. FYI. That's not the correct carb. It's a Mecum. It's the wrong carb. Okay, I've seen enough. 6,600. That's better than 7,150. It's not. I'm sure it's not what he was hoping for. I've seen worse machines go for more from this guy. We'll say that. Are we almost done? Here we go, another one. 46.75. Okay, it says it's an 86. We've got an 85 style seat cover on it. We've got a black motor. We've got aluminum top triple. Got 86 style swing arm because there's no linkage coming down here. FMF silencer. We got aluminum rims that fit multiple machines because they got multiple through holes. 85 style decals here. Did he just get confused? What's going on here with this fork boot? At least he put a zip tie up at the top here. What else do we see? Show me more things. Look at this. You got the brake hose just curling its way down there. We got 85 style front or headlight bezel. No front sprocket cover. At least it doesn't have a red chain. This is saying more 85 than it is 86. Looks like 85 style control. They might have just listed it wrong. Who knows? I don't see 86 here. Look at the front brake rotor. 86 had little slits, and this is black. 85 had round. This is an 85 style brake caliper because 86 didn't have the fins. What did this thing sell for? This looks like it's not been fully clowned up yet. $46.75. That's not bad. Honestly, like for what things are going for now, that's what you're seeing on Marketplace and stuff. So not a horrible deal. Lots of bikes here. Is that the last one? We got some 50s now. Like these values are down, well, except for that Christmas special, 11 grand. I'd love to have one, but that's... Why is this 11? I don't know. It must be unrestored. Why is that 11 and this is 44? I don't know. This is a fake Christmas special, 82. Meyer fenders, because the Meyer fenders are purpley. The rear brake cable here is improperly run. What's cool now, I'll shout out Travis at DNA Restorations and Matt Serwa now have reproduction ATC 70 tires. So those are, if you're gonna do something like this, it's a no-brainer, and they're $200. That's like a very good price in my opinion. So you cannot go wrong. These tires were probably $40 a piece, so for just a little bit more, you can make it look right. But you can see the color difference. Like it should be this color. Well, no, it shouldn't, because it's still a contrast. It should be more blue though, a darker blue, less purpley. I'm gonna do a restoration, but I'm not gonna swap out these rusty bolts. I get not swapping out the red knob, but really? What did this go for? $24.75. It's not outrageous, but it wouldn't sell for that on Marketplace. Cushman. All right, so this is lumped in with that other one. We've seen the old tile floor 70 restoration situation come through. $13.75, $12.10, $11.00. Like those are actually kind of cheap for what they are. We got a 284 200S here, $13.75. That's really reasonable. That would arguably sell for more on Marketplace. We're going to end on that and just kind of quickly look at these pictures. I feel like there's some rattle cannage going on here. which I do some rattle can restorations myself, for myself. I'm sure this guy was hoping for more. We don't have pictures of the other side, which is what I was hoping for. Anyway, that's where we're going to wrap it up. So what did we see? We saw a beautiful 89 250R go for super big money. We saw some horribly restored machines, you know, done as cheap as possible to spread that dollar as far as they can to get it to auction, the auction block. Red Chain Bandit is switching up his techniques. He's ditching the red chains. He's changing up his location for taking pictures. What he should do is pick better materials to go into his builds, and I bet they would bring more money. But when you don't care about the details and you only care about money, that dictates your decisions. But this has been my review of the 2024 Kissimmee, whatever, auction through Mecum. It's probably better than the last as far as results. The only, I won't even say it's a surprise, but it's amazing, you know, the cleanliness and the beauty of that 89 250R. That is the winner of the day, $23,000. That's cool. That is very cool. But thanks for watching. Check out the other ones we've done in the past. The first one had a really crazy 350X, like I mentioned, and then the other one was a big change in results based on, maybe it's just location. But thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.